Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video we're going to be testing out Gilmore Girls collection at Ulta, which as soon as I heard about Gilmore Girls being released at Ulta, I immediately had to go online and order myself a few things because I love Gilmore Girls. I watch that show every year, like I rewatch it every year or so, so I'm a fan. And as soon as I heard Gilmore Girls makeup was a thing, I had to try it out. So this video is going to be me unboxing, swatching, applying, testing out all these things I got from the collection. And without further ado, we're just gonna jump into this video. I hope you guys enjoy this video. I hope you're fans of Gilmore Girls as well, but I'm guessing if you're watching this video, you probably are. So anyway, all right, we're going to begin by trying on these hair accessories. This is a 3-piece hair accessory kit that has a headband and I think 2 hair scrunchies. And this just has Chilton vibes all over it. And in fact, I didn't even see this when I was getting this, but this has a little Chilton emblem on it, which I just think it's such a cute Gilmore Girls hair accessory kit. This is technically a Rory hair accessory kit, but I'm gonna go ahead and open this up. I got my scissors just in the right place here. I honestly got this because I just really loved the feel of it, not necessarily because I think this is going to look good on me, because let me tell you, this is not my coloring. But I still am really excited to go ahead and test these out. Ooh. All right, so we have a headband, which is a beautiful, like velvety type material, royal blue, just so gorgeous. And then we have 2 hair scrunchies. One is a silk-like hair scrunchie, which is actually really soft and smooth and actually really pretty. Not Chilton necessarily, like not Chilton vibes necessarily, unless you knew this came in a Chilton vibe hair accessory kit. And then we have this one here, which is a plaid blue one with a little hangy thingies, bow-like thingies. Let me go ahead and put this one in my hair right now. I want to see how it feels. Oh, it's very soft. All right, so this is that one. I don't know if you saw when I turned around, I couldn't really see what the camera saw, but that one's actually a really nice one. It's nice and soft and almost like silky, and I love silky hair ties, so that one is right up my alley. This one is one I've never had before, like the kind with the bow ties, or not bow ties, what are they called, ribbon things. So this is that one. I don't know how I'm gonna wear this, honestly, because this is definitely much more Chilton specific hair tie with the, you know, plaid blue, but technically it's plaid blue. It doesn't say like Chilton on it, so you can probably wear it with something. But it's really cute nonetheless. This one here I can totally see myself wearing just on the daily basis because it's very soft, it's silky, it seems like it's gonna be a nice amount of like stretch and hold. So I really like this one here. And then the headband, which is the thing I'm most excited about and I need right now because I need to hold my hair back when I'm doing my makeup. Here we are. It's pretty comfortable. It is a little bit tight, but I also have quite a large head, so that could just be me. I like it. Okay, so this is the hairpiece set accessory part of this video. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to, now that I have my headband on and I'm ready to do my makeup, we're gonna move on to this 5-piece brush and makeup sponge set. And on the bottom here it says, "I love you 1,000 yellow daisies," which is such a good quote from Gilmore Girls. And the thing I think of when I read that quote is Kirk. When he delivered the daisies, he goes, "Not 999, not 1,001, exactly 1,000." I'm not sure if that was like his exact words, but something along those lines. For some reason, when I read that quote, I always think of him. So anyway, this is the set, and I was initially not super excited to try it out, but the more I looked at it, the more I wanted it, and so here it is. So this set comes with a powder brush and then 2 eye brushes and then 2 sponges. I don't know if I like the colors of the sponges, but I do think that they are appropriate for Gilmore Girls theme. I love the handles of the brushes. These are so pretty and just very, I don't know, just very feel good, like the Gilmore Girls show. So yeah, I really am excited to try them out. Obviously, I hope that they are actually good quality because this set wasn't that cheap. I forgot to say how much the hair accessories were. Those were $14. And then this right here is, let me see, I got my notes. I'm very prepared. Well, I was supposed to be very prepared. Okay, so this was $20. If the quality is there and obviously the look is very cute and charming, then I think it might be worth it, but I will obviously have to see how the quality is. So I'm gonna go ahead and open it as soon as I find my scissors here. Found. These sponges couldn't come any sooner because my beauty blender is having a bit of a, it's getting tired. I was gonna say it's having a bit of a hard time, but it's more like it's getting tired. But anyway, so this is the set here, and I'm gonna go ahead and wet the 2 sponges so that I can start using them. They're the same material, they're basically the same thing as far as I can tell right now, just from like me squeezing them. But they are a slightly different shape. One is like an egg shape, and then one is an egg shape but also has a flat side if you want it to be a little bit more precise, or if you want it to rest nice and flat. But basically, we don't live that close to a road, but for some reason when there's a loud car that goes by or a motorcycle, you can hear it so loudly. I don't know why. So that was that. But anyway, back to the sponges. I should probably go ahead and wet them, not just like sit here squeezing them. I was just in the bathroom wetting the sponges and I looked at my headband and I think I really like it. I'm surprised because I thought this color wasn't gonna work for me and it was just something I was gonna get for this video, but I'm surprisingly really enjoying mostly these 2 pieces here, just like the dark blue colors. This one here, I don't know how I'm going to style per se, but I love the idea of having this maybe in my hair drawer or my accessory, whatever, my drawer, where I can pull it out and see this, and maybe if I don't even wear it all the time, I can just get like little sentimental about Gilmore Girls, which by the way, I am rewatching right now, which makes me so happy. This is the season of Gilmore Girls and Harry Potter for me, and I'm loving it. I wonder if the cast of Gilmore Girls ended up going out and getting these for themselves, or maybe they were sent them, I don't know, but I would love to imagine like them using these themselves. Oh my goodness. But I'm curious. This is something I wanted to ask you when I was preparing for this video. I was like, I gotta ask this because I'm curious to see what the response is going to be. If you had to pick your most favorite character, which I know is hard if you love Gilmore Girls like I do, there's so many really good characters there, but if you had to pick your favorite one, I'm curious which one would that be. It would be so hard to pick one because they're all like equally as good, they're just different. This headband and like this kind of like pulled back look really makes me feel like I'm, plus pearl earrings, I'm going to go into school right now. Now, I don't know if you've seen Gilmore Girls, like the remake or like the addition to. If you haven't, I'm not gonna give any spoilers away, but all I'm gonna say is I really want them to come out with another one because I just feel like I want a resolution that's happy. And not to say that there wasn't a happy resolution, but like there were definitely a lot of like unknowns, and maybe that's a good thing. Maybe you can kind of come up with your own story of what happened. I have my own version of what I want things, or how I want things to go, but I also want to see what the writers think should happen. All right, I'm going to take the yellow sponge to do my under eyes. Not that it's really necessary per se, but I wanna use them both today. I'm gonna take the yellow sponge, which yellow is one of my favorite colors. Such a happy color. The only downside I can think of with these sponges is that they're a little bit bigger, which is a plus on one hand, but on the other, if you're trying to get in small areas, yes, you can squeeze them, but I feel like a beauty blender is just a little bit smaller, so you can maneuver it a little bit better. Ooh, almost time for the brushes. I'm so excited. All right, I'm going to go ahead and apply some powder, and we are going to test out this brush here. This one is a powder brush, but I'm going to not just use it for powder, but also for my bronzer. May not be the right brush for that, but I'm going to test it out. It feels very soft and really nice. Okay, so that's good. I don't like brushes that aren't soft unless they have a very good reason not to be soft, and thankfully this one is very soft. Okay, I'm gonna take this one here, and it looks just so beautiful, and I'm gonna take my powder. This feels so incredibly soft. I didn't expect it at all. Like, I could sit here and do this all day. It feels so smoothing, and like, not smoothing, but soothing is the word I was looking for, actually. Okay, so this is so funny because when I saw this brush on Ulta, like, the bristles here didn't seem very straight, and to me, I thought, oh, it's going to be like a little bit rougher. And then when I felt it just now in my hand, I was like, oh, it's actually really soft. Good. But it still didn't feel as soft as it actually is when you're doing this on your face. Like, it is super soft and nice, and the powder went on good as well, so that's a bonus. Okay, I'm going to try this brush with a bronzer now. I don't know if this is the right brush for a bronzer because normally I use this one here, which is a Morphe M527. I love this one for bronzer because it's not soft, but I think it's a natural bristle brush, and it just picks up product really well. It applies it evenly, it blends it out nicely. So this one is a really good brush for bronzer, but I'm kind of obsessed with this one. So also this has a pretty handle. Can't really go wrong with that. I don't know if this is going to be my brush of choice for bronzer. I don't see anything like going weird per se, but I don't feel like it's giving me the same results as the other brush. I just feel like this kind of like piles the product on a little bit better, and it then blends it out better as well. All right, I'm back with my brows on, and we're going to be testing out the eyeshadow quad duo. I am so curious to see if this is somehow attached or if these are two separate eyeshadow quads, but I love the idea behind them because one says I'm the Lorelei to your Rory, and the other says I'm the Rory to your Lorelei. And I just realized that you can actually share them with like your best friend or your mom, and you each have one, and it's kind of like one of those jewelry pieces where they're connected, like they're one but they're two separate pieces that you can wear in, like, you know, I think you know what I'm talking about. So this is kind of like that. And also I still have two other brushes to go ahead and dive into. That is different. That is exactly though the right color. Okay, just 1 second, I gotta finish ripping this up because I gotta talk about the colors. Yes, I don't know why I'm getting emotional. I just think they got the colors right. Like some of the other things, they were kind of like, yeah, I get it, but this one, they just got it right. Like the characters are on point. Okay, so one is I'm the Rory to your Lorelei, and this one here is very rosy. And I feel like for some reason, as soon as I saw that, I knew this was Rory's palette. And then the Lorelei to your Rory is this one here, and this one is the kind of more muted, bronzy, more mature colors. Like this one just somehow fits for Lorelei, even though Lorelei had like this bright personality, but I think underneath it all, she was this rock. I don't know, somehow these two quads just nailed it with the colors for each character. Somehow it just is perfect, and more than that, the colors are very wearable, and I can definitely see how you can create beautiful looks with both, and I'm so excited to go ahead and test them out. Okay, so I don't think I've ever had an eyeshadow product from Ulta brand, so I don't know what to expect here. I'm loving this already. I didn't see the best like reviews for these, honestly, but I don't know why. All right, I'm going to take one from Rory's palette. This is the lighter pink one. It's kind of like a muted blush pink. There's definitely a good amount of dust falling off here, but it's really not a big deal because a lot of eyeshadows do that, honestly. For some reason, the face brush seemed softer on the face than the eye brushes seem on the eyes. So I like this brush so far, the fluffier one. I don't think it's as much of a wow factor as the face brush, but they do come in a set, and I think it is a really nice brush with a cute handle. So I like that one so far. I'm going to, I think, grab this one here, which is a flatter one. Now I typically reach for this brush here, which is kind of like a pencil looking brush, to do a little bit of shading around my eyes. That's my favorite brush. I love it. I can't like live without it. But I'm gonna grab this one here, and I'm going to go for this coffee color. That is why this palette makes so much sense for Lorelei, because it's coffee colored. Okay, I couldn't figure out what to say for this palette. I was trying to come up with like, I don't know why it works, like, but it does work. It's coffee colored. Okay, figured it out. Definitely a lot of kickback though. It's funny, I thought I would love the eye brushes and not so much the face one, but I think between the two, the face one is for sure my favorite. You know what I just realized? I didn't tell you the names of the colors. If I looked at the names, I would actually not have to guess that this is a coffee themed palette, because the names of Lorelei to Your Rory palette are, this one here is called Luke's. This one here is called Al's Pancakes. This one here is called Chat Club, which I honestly don't get that one. And this one here is Coffee. I don't get Chat Club, but maybe I'm missing something. And then the Rory to Your Lorelei, we have I Smell Snow, Valedictorian, Stars Hollow, and then Movie Night. I love the names. The names are always just are the icing on the cake, you know? They're not like that important, I guess, when you're doing your makeup. They're just like a little extra razzle dazzle on top of the whole Gilmore Girls theme. But I'm going to take, I guess, the color called Al's Pancakes. They're a little bit dry. Definitely a little bit of fallout with this one. I mean, there's probably fallout with all of them, but I just don't notice it as much because there's no glitter. It's almost like not even shimmery, to be honest with you. All right, so the eyeshadows are a little bit disappointing. I feel like the quality here could have been better. I love the look of them. I love the colors. They're not only good colors, I think, for just wearable quads, but also I think the colors suit the characters super good. The quality here isn't amazing though. They could have been better. I just realized I forgot to tell you about the eye brushes, and overall I think these are decent eye brushes. I love the handle. I think they're very charming. I don't, however, think they are the best eyeshadow brushes that you can get. If you're looking for decent brushes that have a really nice charming quality to them, I think these would work, but I don't think they're like the top of the line eyeshadow brushes. However, the face brush I think is actually really, really nice, mainly because it's so soft. It just feels so good to do this. I don't necessarily think it's like the best powder brush either, but the cool thing about this brush is that it does spread powder fine. It has a really, really nice handle that just makes it like really fun and charming, and it's just so nice to use it on the face. Like, it just feels so good to do this. So I think this is my favorite brush. I think I'm actually going to keep this in my brush set here. I don't know if I'll keep these because I have other eye brushes that I think I will probably use instead. The sponges are nice. The sponges are decent sponges. They're nice and large. You can spread the color on evenly and quickly. So I like the sponges. I like the face brush. The eye brushes are okay, but the charming quality, the Gilmore quality is definitely there for this set. So the last product I'm going to test out is a lip kit, and I already took it out of the packaging. Here's what the box looked like. The box is nothing special per se, besides the fact that it has a really cute, I don't know if it's a quote or like saying from the show, and it says, "Life is short, talk fast." And I just noticed that it has two types of products. One is a lip oil and one is a lip gloss. I don't know what a tinted lip oil really is, but I'm curious to test that out. Oh, this is just so cute. It's just so charming, and just I think the perfect product for Gilmore Girls, a lip gloss that has a really fun packaging. Although I think the color that they missed adding in here is, what was the color of her lipstick? Vicious Trollop. I don't think that's gonna be in here, is it? Let's see if it's in here. Best Friends, Like Mother Like Daughter. These two are lip oils, and then the lip glosses we have Two of a Kind and Better Together. That's so cute. All of these colors are meant to describe a relationship between Lorelai and Rory, which is just, aw. They have like a nice little push to them, like a little bounce. These are all definitely a little bit goopier. They're not like very thin glosses. They're more hydrating, goopier ones. So what that means is you don't want to over apply them, especially in between your lips, because otherwise you're gonna have like product sticking together, and that won't be cute. The applicator here is nice and small, which is good if you're looking to do like more precise work. So if you're overlining your lips, for example, like I do all the time, then this is great to go like in the overline area and just like precision add a little bit of gloss there. And you can see this is not a 100% like color payoff. It's definitely a wash of color, which I actually like, because that means that pretty much anyone can wear all these colors because it's just a wash of color. I really like the fact that these are sheerer, so that you can really layer them on top of maybe lip liners and create like the perfect color for you. So that's great. These are a little bit goopier, a little bit heavier in terms of formulation, which I don't love, but they're definitely wearable and maybe even more hydrating than some of like the thinner lip gloss formulas. So overall, I like them. I like them a lot. Anyway, on that note, I'm going to go ahead and end this video. I hope you liked this one. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more future videos. But I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye!